Installation of this add-on is very easy. Just go to edit and then preferences and then click on install button and then locate your blaze.zip file and then hit on install, and that will install your add-on very successfully. And then for enabling this, just click on the check mark and this will enable your add-on. And there are 3 buttons given for documentation and help for this add-on. You can report a bug there and any help you needed. After enabling this add-on, you can see 3 buttons in the 3D view and same in the node editor. So here I will show you 3 to 4 examples of VDB files, a Mentaflow simulation and smoke simulation. So I'm going to begin with the VDB simulation. I'm going to import a VDB file just by adding a volume empty. So I'm going to take a VDB file with the shockwave in it, and that is a little bit different. So wait for that, I'm going to show that in a few minutes. So this is a shockwave file which is a preset from the Embergen. I exported it to the VDB file, and now we are going to add Blaze shader to it. So the shader can be added from 3D view or node editor. I'm going to add it from 3D view, and then we will work on the shader in the node editor. So this is the shader you get for VDB type of files. So this is what we are getting by default on this shockwave file. And now as you can see that there is flames attribute present in the node editor, but there are no flames visible in the rendered view. So this happened because the value of flame attribute is very low, and that's why flames attribute is not visible in the rendered view. To make it visible, I will multiply it by some value, and that's it. It worked well. Normally you don't need to do this, but as I said, this case is special and the flame attribute was not working as expected. Is when I exported it from the Embergen, the flames was visible in that, and when I imported it into the Blender, the flames are not visible, and multiplying flame attribute by some value will work for this type of problem. Now let's talk about custom color input, which has a little bit of improvement with this version. If you compare between the 2 versions, there is a lot of the difference between them. Is the earlier version, the color was applied to the complete simulation, but now it is excluding the smoke and it just implies on the fire. Let's take another example of VDB file. This time I'm taking the gasoline explosion. This time it's a normal file and we don't need any of the extra nodes, and it will just work on its default. So this is the look in the EV. As you can see, there is lack of detail in this simulation, and that's because you have to check tile size in volumetrics. That is set to 8px by default, and you have to change it to 2px, and also you can increase the sample count from 64 to 128 or 256, that is maximum. And that immediately improved the look of this explosion by adding details in it. But still the color of the smoke is a bit dark, and that's because environment textures in EV does not react pretty well with volumetrics. Sun lamps can be used to prevent this issue. And now switching to cycles. This is the right time. I'm gonna talk about all the inputs in detail. Starting from the beginning, we will talk about smoke brightness and smoke contrast. These are the 2 inputs which directly tweak the density attribute, and changing these does not mean you are changing the value of smoke brightness or the contrast. It actually changes the density attribute, and that will directly affect the amount of smoke to the simulation. Smoke intensity actually multiplies the density attribute, and changing it actually results in the change in total amount of smoke in the simulation. And in the same way as smoke brightness and contrast, fire brightness and contrast actually modifies the flame attribute, and in this case it is flames attribute that is responsible for flames in the simulation. And talking about the custom color input, it is very easy, nothing to explain here. Just change the color and you will get the results. And you can also change the color of smoke very easily from the smoke color input. And now what I'm going to show you is how you can achieve the realistic fire color look from the custom color input. Believe me, this is very easy. You can do it using black body intensity node. I am going to search for the black body intensity node, or you can add it from the add menu, and after pressing shift A you can just find it in the converter and then black body. Using the black body intensity node is very easy. Just enter the temperature value and it will give you the color from the temperature value you have entered in it. And the temperature value of around 1500 degrees Celsius is right for the explosions or realistic looking fires. For Mentaflow, I have already set up my scene using Quick Smoke, and I'm just gonna show you directly the smoke shader. If you are into the older versions of this add-on, you will not be able to see this smoke shader, as this is new with this version, and it has total 12 presets including custom color. Using the custom color input for a smoke shader is very easy. Just click on the smoke color and then you can change it to any color you want. And that's it for the smoke shader. It is very easy, nothing to explain more. And now just quickly switch to the fire simulation. I'm not going to set up a fancy simulation, I'm just directly switching it to the fire plus smoke from the drop down menu. And this is our shader for Mentaflow, and this shader also has exactly the same inputs which I explained few minutes earlier. But here I want to draw your attention to the two new presets, which are Blue X Pink and Petro Burn. The last preset works best with the flames. If you are trying to make flames or something like that, I would like to recommend that turn down the smoke brightness and contrast to zeros, as doing that will give you best result. And you can also reduce the smoke intensity value to very low, like 0 or 1, or maximum to about 2 for the flames. Back to smoke shader again, and this time I'm going to explain some of the new settings that I dropped earlier, and for that I am using a VDB file as an example. As you can notice that there are some additional settings present in the properties panel, which appears when you press N on your keyboard, and they are only accessible for a smoke shader. I am going to show you what these sliders on the side panel do. As you can see that these sliders are not available for all of the smoke color presets. These sliders are available for only those presets which have 2 or more colors mixed. And to change the amount of particular color in the mixture, you can slide over these values, and that's very easy to do. And changing the values is the matter of taste, and if you don't want any of those mixed color presets, you can just work with a custom color to achieve whatever color you want. And there are two inputs, smoke density and smoke strength in the shader, and as the name defines, the use of those sliders that makes it very easy and handy, is there are only 2 sliders, so you can directly work on the look to the point. Changing the smoke density will result in the opacity of the overall smoke in the simulation, and changing the smoke strength will result in the emitting smoke. And if you want your smoke to glow, you can turn up the smoke strength, and using this you can create some of the results like these. So finally concluding up, and before that I would like to mention some more queries that buyer often ask. Starting by first, some of the purchasers assume that this add-on is for simulations and they add the shader to just cube without setting any fluid settings on it. So I would like to say is that this is a shader for your domain, and you need to add fluid modifier and perform Mentaflow gas simulations and apply this shader to the domain object. Another thing often asked is, does this work with Eevee render engine? For this I would like to say yes, of course it works with Eevee. Smoke shader works with both of the VDB simulations and Mentaflow simulations. But one thing I would like to say is smoke shader is entirely dependent on the density attribute. So while exporting the VDB file, do not forget to export the density attribute, as that is must, and without that the smoke shader will not work. So this is all about Blaze Shader, and for further information you can visit documentation page and also our official website ranimationstudios.com. Thanks for watching and see you soon.